and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. How are you this evening? I hope you are all doing well. Thank you so much for being here with me this evening. Always enjoy having you here. So, I was wondering how many of you actually sit inside your head a lot. I am a person who is in my head rattling around a lot. I've always been that way. I've always been a deep thinker. And for those of us who are those types of people, the deep thinkers, the people that have a tendency to rattle around in our head, it's sometimes really hard for us to get out of our head. And as you know, or maybe you don't, but for those of you who are the deep thinker that sit inside of your head, there are a lot of times that you overthink everything. Oh man, I am definitely an overthinker when it comes to many aspects of my life. And so, trying to get out of my head is the toughest thing to do. So, I've had to train myself to get out of my head. And that's being the first step of doing that is being an awareness, right? Dropping down into your heart. And so that you can see things differently. You can see things from a different perspective, maybe a calmer, more centered perspective, right? So I find a lot of times when I have a lot of things going on, or maybe there's some stress in my life, I'm sitting up in my head, rattling around, trying to figure them out, trying to decide what to do, right? Kind of blocking out my guidance, so to speak. And so I have to get into that awareness of, okay, wait a minute, I'm just making things worse here in some instances. And so taking that moment to really get out of your head and into your heart, because that changes the perspective. So when you come from decisions of the heart, right, they are more in alignment with who you are. They are more in alignment and centered around your soul, your soul's purpose and your path, right? And it also just brings definitely more calm and ease. And when you can get out of your head and into your heart, you actually stop and go, wait a minute, okay, this decision feels really good. The things that were bothering me don't seem quite as bad. And another reason is when you're in your heart, you're in the now, right? When you are in your head, you're rattling around in the past, you're thinking about your future, you're trying to do a million things at once, and it can get very overwhelming. And so when you find yourself into that situation, drop down into your heart and then look at the situation and see if it looks any different. So what do I mean dropping down into your heart? Well, a good way that I like to do this, I'm a very visual person. So I imagine myself in my head, literally in my head, rattling around. I'm looking around, there is a wood floor on the floor, the walls all around me. And then I imagine myself seeing an elevator. And then I go over to the elevator, I push the button and I go inside. And then I push the button to go down and I drop down and I just imagine myself going down past my eyes and my nose and my lips and my chin, through my throat and down into my chest. And then when I open up into my heart, for me, my Zen place is a beautiful open meadow. And I open up the doors and I'm walking out into this beautiful meadow and I can hear the birds sing. I can see the butterflies. I can feel the breeze. I can hear the breeze, right? And it instantly just puts me in a calm state where I can think. where I can just be and be in the moment, right? Now, your meadow may actually look quite different, right? You could be at the beach. Maybe you are in a hot air balloon. Whatever that is for you, it's going to be perfect. But finding that space and finding that place and that Zen space, and then asking yourself when you've been in that moment, right? Then ask yourself about all those things that you were thinking about in your head, right? How do they feel now? And you will just feel the difference. You will sense the difference. You will know the difference, right? It will just feel different to you. It'll feel calmer, more peaceful, even more manageable, right? If you were feeling really overwhelmed, you're going to be like, okay, I can do this now. I can handle this, right? This visualization can be very, very powerful. And it is essentially a short meditation is what it really is. And being in that space of just in the now and not thinking about anything else, but being in the now. So when we can be in that space of the now, then we can actually think clearer. We can get messages from our angels and our guides, right? When we are fully present, we can feel, sense, hear, imagine anything. And that is the beauty of it, the beauty of getting out of your head and into your heart so that you know that you can make the right decisions, the best decisions in your highest and best in the present moment of now. So I encourage you to try it. Again, the biggest thing is when you're rattling around in your head and you're getting stressed, it's about getting into that awareness and saying, okay, I need to just take 5 minutes. That's all it takes. 5 minutes, maybe a little less, to just get into that space and place where you can drop down into your heart and get centered. And then look for the answers that your heart has been trying to tell you. All right, I hope that helps. Try it out. It is a great practice. And for some, it is going to take a little bit of practice. If you can't get there on your first try, that's okay. Keep working at it because you will get there. And eventually, your unconscious mind, your higher self, is going to just automatically take you there when you need to go, when you need to be in that space, and just ask for it and let it happen. All right, perfect. We've got a caller waiting for us right now. We have Stephanie in Texas. Good evening, Stephanie, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Thank you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. What can I help you with tonight?
I just want to see if there's any messages for me, like from loved ones or my guides.
Okay, perfect. Stephanie, I'm just going to tune in here for just a minute. And while I do so, there's going to be a little moment of silence, and then I'll be right back with you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Stephanie. It was really interesting. There is definitely a higher power speaking to you this evening. Um, I'm I'm getting, we've been waiting for you, and you have finally arrived. Um, Arrived at that space and that place that you have been trying to achieve. Have you been on a spiritual path or opening up to more spirituality? Yeah. So they're saying that you have arrived, you have made it. Um, and so to celebrate that, you may not feel that. You may feel like, oh, I have a long ways to go. But they're wanting you to take notice of that, take note at how far you've come and all the obstacles that you have overcome to get to the place that you're at right now.
Okay.
Let me see what else they have to say. Um, what they're showing me is that you've kind of hit a fork or a kind of like a crossroad, and you're trying to make the decision, the best decision for you, on which way that you're to go. And they're basically saying that either way you go is going to be fine. It's a matter of choice. It's a matter of choosing and what sings to you and what makes your heart happy. Does that make sense?
Well, I've been trying to like kind of leave it to them and I've been asking for like their guidance of, because I just lost my husband a few months ago and like I've had a hard life for a long time and it's been really bad. And I'm trying to trust in them to lead where I'm going to go next to make things better. So right now I'm kind of leaving it at trying to wait for my answers because I don't know what to do.
Right. So when you say you're trying to figure out what path to take, is there a certain path that you're looking at, specifically in your life right now?
Oh, well, yeah, I have 2 kids and we're kind of like financially not that great and we need to find a home really soon and no transportation, stuff like that. So I need to know like things are going to be okay for us.
So what I'm being shown right now is that they're working on a place for you guys, to live. All right. They're working in the background on that. I'm being shown that they've been leading you towards a particular part of town, somewhere that would be easy for you to be able to get around, without having transportation. And so they've been kind of leading you towards that side of town for the convenience and for the ease, to kind of help with that. Do you find that you keep looking in the same parts of town?
Well, right now I don't know how I'm financially going to afford anything at this point. I moved to a new smaller town, but like there's a town like close by that's like near everything, and I'm thinking that's where we're gonna end up.
Yeah.
I just don't know how I'm gonna afford it yet.
Right. So they're definitely moving you into a part, where you can, like I said, you can get around, easily. There's, hang on. So what they're showing me right now is, there are people or friends or family in support that can help you, support you during this time, and that to be open to that receiving. Okay. Just until you can get to that space, get to your own place, right? There's that support that's being handed to you. And so they're saying, make sure that you don't just dismiss that as, oh, I can, I'm fine, I can do it on my own. They're saying, take this opportunity and lean into that support until you can find that place for your family to live, because it's just they're showing me like there's just a really short amount of time that they are working this for you, and within probably the next couple of months, I feel you're going to be finding something that you're going to be able to move into.
As far as the friends and family, I don't have that right now. It's gonna come. It's just me.
Okay. Is that because you've moved to a different part of town, or you've moved into a smaller town?
No, I just moved somewhere that I was able to afford at the time.
Okay.
I don't have any friends. I don't have any family that is like that.
Okay. They're showing me that they're giving you that support, that they're giving you that support channel. So be open to looking for that, because they said that they're offering that to you. You may not know what that looks like right now, but it's coming through for you. Okay. You have a lot of support on the other side, a lot of guidance, and they're just saying, keep following your guidance.
So if you know what I'm doing, it's gonna be okay.
I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
I said pretty much you know what I'm doing. That's gonna be okay.
So I think you said that you're just asking if you all are going to be okay. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Yes, you are. You're very well protected. This new place that you're going to be going to, this new town, is going to give you that shift and that change that you're going to need for your family. It's going to give you that little bit of nudge that you need, but it's definitely going to be supportive.
Okay.
You're going to find a better network of people there that are going to be able to support you as well.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You're so very welcome. Have a wonderful evening. Next, we have Melissa in Arkansas. Good evening, Melissa, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Thank you. I hope this phone holds out. We're having some issues here on this end, I believe.
Oh, no. Well, what can I do for you this evening?
Well, I'm not sure what all do you do, sweetheart. What all do you offer? What readings or whatever?
Yeah, I can give you a general reading, or if you have a question, I can dig into that for you.
Okay, just general, honey, would be fine.
Okay. I'm going to just tap in here real quickly, and as I do, there's going to just be a little moment of silence, and then I'll be right back with you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Melissa, wow. Okay, so what they're wanting you to know is that you are such a magnet. You are such a magnet of goodness and beautiful energy within inside of you. And everywhere you go, you spread that around. And it's like I'm being shown like these flowers, they're just popping up all around you. It's like all the seeds that you've planted, all the opportunities that you've planted and asked the universe, they're like popping up all around you. And it's like I'm hearing the world of opportunity is here. And so all of the things that you've been asking for, the universe is saying, yes, here it is. Are you ready for them?
Awesome.
They're saying don't ever lose that amazing magnetic energy that you have, because you shine bright for so many people that you don't even realize it. And so they're just saying, just keep on shining. It's a beautiful thing.
Well, isn't that nice?
You've been asking for some shifts and some changes in your life, and they said that they are coming through with that those
Right.
things are shifting and changing for you. What is it that you do for work?
I subcontract for a medical center here.
Okay. I was picking up
But I have done home health.
Okay, I was picking up some medical. Are you looking at switching jobs?
No, ma'am. Actually, I have just become disabled.
Okay. Because they were showing me a shift. They were showing me a shift within that part of it. It's like a shift. It's like a shift for you to do something different within your life. Does that make sense?
Yes, I have a disability hearing coming up, so maybe that's, pertaining to that. That would be great.
Okay. I keep hearing you're going to be taken care of.
Great.
That all is well. So
can't get no better than that, can it?
yeah. So, within that, they're saying, have faith. Have faith of what is coming forward for you and what is being brought forward to you. So they said there's been a lot of challenges and they recognize that, but they're shifting all that for you now so that you can be in a different space and place.
Great.
I'm giggling to myself because I can hear a cartoon character come in and say, here I am to save the day. Guys,
we're quite comical bunch, so I can understand that.
Yeah, Mighty Mouse. That's it. That's exactly it. Yeah, you have some comedians on your side. They're there to remind you to laugh. okay, remind you to find that child within yourself. And, you
I've
know,
always said without laughter, you have nothing. So just
yeah,
gotta laugh
and
at things and go on.
yeah, and give that child, that inner child of yours, you know, a big hug and give her reasons to laugh and to bring that joy in. Because again, that's all part of your magnetism, right? Is being able to bring in that laughter and that joy to others. And so never forgetting to do that. Um, yeah, they're saying that's like the biggest part of you, is bringing that laughter and that joy. So they're showing me that, in your work, in your line of work, that you used to make people laugh all the time, like full on hearty
Mhm.
laughs. And so that was your gift, right? That was your gift to bring that inner child for somebody else to come through
Yeah. And
and
they have
give them
nothing to
that,
laugh at.
yes, and give them that piece of joy and, just for that moment, just even that little bit of safety and security. Okay.
Right.
So this is all coming full circle for you, that safety and the security of it all. So
Right.
just remember to have faith. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
That is just awesome. That was great. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And Melissa, we're coming down to the last few seconds of our show, so I need to say good night, but I hope this has been helpful, and I wish you all
Yes,
of the
ma'am.
best.
Thank you, honey, and good night to you.
Okay. Have a great evening.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, that does it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. You can reach me over on my webpage at wingsofsoulswithjulie.com. I'm scheduling out into April right now for readings and group readings, or you can reach me over on my Facebook pages at Julie YeagerWalker Medium or Your Time to Shine. Have a wonderful evening, everyone, and we'll see you next week.